Good morning, hockey fans, and welcome to the Queen's Place Emera Center here in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. For today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League matchup between the visiting Dartmouth Whalers and the hometown Western Hurricanes. Today may not be the biggest game in the world, as right now currently happening in Milan, Italy, the 2026 Men's Ice Hockey Championship game between Team Canada and Team USA, currently tied at 1 as we creep up on the 13-minute mark in the third period of this one. And we're in for an exciting one here on home ice for the Hurricanes, as they're just 3 points up of this Dartmouth Whalers team. As we await the opening face-off, referee Stephen Parnell drops the puck, and we're underway. Along the boards now, battling. Picked up now, dropped back by the Hurricanes is Blinn. Martin Blinn with it in his own end now. Up the right side on the attack now is the Hurricanes. Here's a chance up the right side for the Hurricanes. Working their way in on goal. To the forehand, that time shot. That one gets steered aside. Rebound now down low. Picked up by the Hurricanes. They have it behind the net. It's Donchmont. Chase Donchmont trying to find Dimmel out in front. Can't get it there. Dimmel picks it up. A shot right away. Stopped by the goaltender. Now down low. It's picked up by the Hurricanes. Broken up though by the Whalers. Chambers applying some pressure. The Whalers still with it. Trying to circle back. Sorry, the other way. As they get it now up the right side. Into the neutral zone for Mood Ross. Mood Ross gets a handle onto that one. Now putting on the brakes, almost lost that one, able to get this one up to Donchmont. Now over to Dimmel. Bear Dimmel, 2-on-2 going the other way with a couple coming back for the Whalers. A shot that time, blocked through the lane. Now here come the Whalers on the attack, avoiding a hit from Tenwold on the play. Here's Blinn. Martin Blinn with it now for the Hurricanes up in their own end. Up the left side now on the attack. It's Tenwold now splitting their way through, caught up on the play work down low by the Hurricanes. Now down low in the corner for Craig. Picked up now by the Whalers. Sent around the boards. Mood Ross will pick it up for the Hurricanes. He tries to work it in deep as he does now. Tenwold with it. Henrik Tenwold down low. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Hit there into the corner. As it looked like Norton Connors lost his stick on the play as he did. Norton Connors able to try and kick this one up now. Hit there on the play to Lucas. Now Kellen Ferguson loses it under him. Now things getting physical there near the tunnel. Now this one comes out free to the neutral zone. The Hurricanes with it. Split across far side to Mood Ross, who works that one in deep. Down low, Black's going to come out of his crease, sorry, to play the puck. But a bit of a miscommunication there on the play. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Up the boards now. This one comes out to the neutral zone. Loose puck race now. It's picked up by Ferguson. Kellen Ferguson now skates this one up through to the left side on the attack. He'll work that one in deep. No icing on the play. Black out of his crease to play the puck. He'll play it to his left. Now this one gets worked back down low for the Whalers. This one will be picked up with ease by Ferguson at the point. A shot through. Easily steered aside by Black on the play with a screen in front. Now the Whalers with it down low. Loses it that time. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes near the faceoff circle. Tripped up on the play. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Caught up into the corner. Circling back the other way. Still tied up on the play. We're able to work this one up the left side. Now it's picked up and sent back down by the Hurricanes. Behind the net. Picked up by the Whalers. Putting on the brake. Circling the other way. Now the Whalers look to get things set up now. This is Taylor. Jack Taylor skating this one up through. Able to work this one up to LaRue. Now it's broken up on the play. Dimmel gets it by his man. Now Bear Dimmel's going to pick it up at the left side. Works in a shot off the side of the net. Caught a piece of the iron as well. Down low, Dimmel able to pick up his own rebound. He has it. Dimmel with it now to the backhand. Shot through. Stop by the goaltender. Rebound for Dimmel. Another one. That one sails high. Now it'll be picked up by Canuck. Slid across far side. Loose puck picked up by the Whalers. Here's Mosier up the left side. Able to work this one in deep. And McMullen will play this one aside with ease. Canuck works it up through now. Loses it that time on the forecheck from the Whalers. Now it'll be picked up for Dimmel. The Hurricanes passed over, gets disrupted. Over to Chambers now. Lucas Chambers in his own end. He'll skate this one up through up the right side. The Hurricanes look to go on the attack. This one gets flipped up high. Now here's Dimmel. Dimmel on the attack now. Loses it. Able to get it back now. Worked out in front. Donchwant has it down low into the corner. Able to work it back down low to Dimmel. Out in front that time. Gets redirected to the point. Now here's Brown. Now here come the Dartmouth Whalers up the right side on the attack now as Brown works in with a shot. That goes wide. Now this one gets broken up at the point. Now here come the Western Hurricanes the other way. Backhand, that one gets flipped down. Now the Whalers will pick it up in their own end down low, able to work this one over. Now the Whalers able to work this one up in their own end. They have it now flipped up to the neutral zone. Now the Hurricanes pick it up. Loose puck now, able to be worked in by the Whalers somewhat. Now it's taken away by the Hurricanes. They look to go on the attack. It's Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold now working his way in. Tenwold shot on goal that time. Almost caught Gordy Black. He still makes the routine save on the play. The Whalers are looking to bounce back after a 5-1 loss versus the Halifax Wolverines last night at the Zatzman Sportsplex. Obviously, the Whalers are shorthanded in many ways after a brawl up in Cape Breton against the Cougars. Both teams got a lot of suspensions out of that one, and lengthy ones too. Down low, Tenwold's going to pick up the loose puck on the attack for the Hurricanes. Out front to Why Not. That one can't be buried. Now this one comes out to center ice. Loose puck race now going the other way. Here's Martin Blinn. Blinn in his own end. He'll skate this one up through the right side. He'll put on the brakes. Circling back now. He looks to set things up. Blinn fires to his left. That pass disrupted and goes up and out of play here with 10:07 to go in the first period. 6-1 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Face-off will go in front of the Whalers penalty box with 10:07 to go. Linesman Byron O'Coin gets set to drop the puck. Some issues with Gordy Black's net down at the other end. Everything seems to be all right now. It's Team Canada and Team USA still tied. Canada with a chance now. We'll focus back here on the Hurricanes game. There's Hughes who works that one in deep for the Hurricanes. Black will come into his crease to play the puck. He'll drop this one off, hit there on the play. Now tied up along the boards. Down low. Still fighting for possession there. Now back to Ferguson. Ferguson tries to find a deflection that time, but is caught up in the slot. Now going the other way is Jack Taylor. Taylor still with it up the left side. As he looks to go on the attack, he's able to work that one in deep. Down low, Ferguson able to break that one up, but Taylor still with it. Jack Taylor with it, gets it back to the blue line. A shot there from the point from the Whalers off a deflection in front, still loose there. Now out to the corner. Hughes getting tied up. Puck comes free. The Whalers pick up the puck now back to the point. It'll work this one over. Pass nearly taken away by Churchill. Now that one gets worked through, kicked away with ease by McMullen. Now this one gets sent around the boards. It'll be picked up at the point area by the Whalers. They have it. They're able to work that one in deep. Down low, it's picked up by Sear. Sear now. Ferguson ties him up along the boards. Sim works his way in there for the Whalers to free up that loose puck. Now here the Whalers with it. Sent out in front that time. Works his way to the point. A shot through. Stopped by McMullen. Now down low into the corner is picked up by Santo. He'll flip that one up high off the glass. Now at the blue line, this one comes out to center ice. The Whalers will regroup now in their own end, able to get a couple fresh legs out there for both teams. Now this one disrupted by Dimmel in the neutral zone. We work back for the Whalers. They have it now. Donchmont on the forecheck disrupts a couple things. Whalers able to skate it away as Dimmel lays a hit there on the play. Now here's McMullen. Joseph McMullen plays this one aside. The Hurricanes with it up through. Able to find Dimmel. Barrett Dimmel looks to go on the attack, trying to split through. Unable to. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. They'll pass this one up through. Left side, able to be worked in deep. Now here the Whalers up the left side on the attack over the blue line. Here they come. It's the Whalers putting on the brakes. It's Chisholm. Chisholm works it down low around the boards. Now hit there onto the play, and this one's going to come out. Now here's a chance for Barrett Dimmel. Dimmel will try and work his way in. Into the corner. Dimmel out in front to Donchmont. Saved by Black. And rebound in front that time. Pushing and shoving afterwards. Ozone face-off coming up next here for the Western Hurricanes with 8:02 to go here in the first period. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now out in front, the Hurricanes with a shot that time, and Gordy Black, another save on the play. Gordy Black coming into this game, 14 games played, 5.73 goals allowed average, and a 0.855 save percentage. The other side for the Western Hurricanes is Joseph McMullen, 12 games in, 5.35 goals allowed average, a 0.852 save percentage. Face-off infraction called on the Dartmouth Whalers. Andy Chipp will come in for the draw now for the Whalers as we're underway once again. Now behind the net, the Whalers able to flip this one up. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. They have it near the blue line. That'll be picked up down low. Not enough on it for icing. McMullen will play this one aside. The Hurricanes with it in their own end. Up to Wynot. Colton Wynot now up. Here's a chance for Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold, possible chance here for the Hurricanes. Tenwold loses it. Now into the corner, tied up on the play. Now able to work this one around. Picked up along the boards by Chip. Able to clear that puck away. This is going to be called icing here with 7:20 to go here in the first period. Pardon me. Nine to 4, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes as they win the draw. One back to the blue line, able to be worked in deep. Now down low. Hurricanes have it, now losing it now to the Whalers. So they have it. Now this one picked up near the blue line, comes out to center ice. Now a chance going the other way for the Whalers. It immediately comes to a halt this time. Now Churchill looks to split through, dished over to the right side. Now up the right side. Blinn tries to get by as he does. Martin Blinn trying to work his way in. Blinn now to the point for Ferguson. Ferguson through traffic that time, caught up in the lane. Now here come the Whalers the other way. It's Jack Taylor. Taylor's pass is disrupted up through. Now it's picked up by Dion. Brex Dion on a breakaway, trying to work his way in. Dion to the backhand. Poked away by Gordy Black on the play. Now back to the point for Blinn. Trying to get by his man as he does. Blinn still with it. Into the corner now. Blinn still with that puck. Finally gets tied up and able to dish this one over to Dimmel. Dimmel now finds someone in the slot. It's Dion. Dion trying to work his way in. Goes behind the net. Now into the corner. Dion puts on the brakes. Loses the puck now. Out to the neutral zone. It's now going to be picked up by Dion in his own end. But not without having some miscommunication that time on the play. And the Whalers able to work that one in deep. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Now here's Craig. Craig works it in at the point. Off the boards. It ends up working out for him. Tied up on the play. Now the Hurricanes have it. Bank feet up. Now the Whalers able to work this one back in deep. Now here are the Hurricanes up the right side. Dimmel looks to go on the attack. Bear Dimmel gets by his man as he does. Now trying to cut to the front of the net. Dimmel getting slashed on the play. There's going to be a penalty coming up here. So with 5:36 to go here in the opening frame, we'll get our first penalty of the matchup. And the Hurricanes head to the power play. It's going to go to Kaysen Norton-Connors. Sorry, no, it's going to go to Jax Mosier. And the Dartmouth Whalers for slashing to the Hurricanes to the power play. So we get set to go here. Puck drop now is underway. It's one back. Back to Wynot now at the point. Wynot walks in and shot that time goes wide. Now Mood Ross has it. Able to be worked in. Over to Wynot now. Colton Wynot walks in. Shot there. What a save by Black. Gordy Black gets a piece of it and then sails into the protective netting with 5:22 to go here. So no zone faceoff coming up once again for the Western Hurricanes. So we're underway once again. Over to Wynot. Wynot to Mood Ross. Mood Ross still with it. Shot on goal that time. Caught up on the side of the net that time. Nobody knew where that puck was. Finally the Whalers come up with it. Now pinned up along the boards. Puck comes free. Tenwold has it. Henrik Tenwold still at the blue line now. Able to hang on to this one. Tenwold trying to get by, trying to work his way in. Tenwold now to the side of the net. Out in front for Donchmont. Now it sails through the blue crease. Work back for Mood Ross. Mood Ross over to Tenwold. Tenwold slids that one over. No one home though. Wynot's going to crash in. Now loose puck in the slot trying to jam it home. Wynot able to pick up the loose puck once again. Finds Tenwold. Tenwold able to work this one over to Mood Ross. Blake Mood Ross with it still at the point, able to work in through, tries to find Wynot, can't connect. Team Canada just took a 4-minute power play, or 4-minute penalty, against the U.S. at the Olympics. Now back to Tenwold. Tenwold trying to work in, able to dish this one back over to Wynot. Colton Wynot now. It'll be a work back for Mood Ross. A shot through off a deflection. That one goes high. Now into the corner behind the net. There's going to be a penalty coming up here to the Western Hurricanes. So with 37 seconds to go here on the power play, the Hurricanes do take a penalty, so we'll play some 4-on-4. It's going to go to Chase Donchmont. So we'll play 37 seconds of 4-on-4. And then the Whalers will get 1 minute and 23 seconds on the power play. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now this one picked up down low by the Hurricanes in their own end. Canuck has it, trying to get something going for him. Not short-handed yet. Now here come the Hurricanes skating up their way through. Now here's the chance for the Hurricanes walking in. It's Blinn. Martin Blinn behind the net. Blinn still hanging on to this puck. Takes a hit on the play. Blinn able to work this one now down low. Chambers a shot, stick save by Black on the play. Now into the corner. Hit on the play. Hurricanes now shorthanded as man comes out of the box for the Whalers. So now power play here for the Whalers as they have it skating up through on the attack, staying on side. Knock gives a hit there along the boards and a big one. Now it's cleared away by the Hurricanes. Now up the right side to Brown, connects with him. Brown's going to try and walk in, trying to get by, unable to, puts on the brakes. Brown at the point, walks in with a shot through, kicked away by McMullen. Rebound comes out. It'll be cleared away by Chambers. Now here's Craig. Craig at his own end for the Whalers. Passed up through. Up the left side. Tied up on the plays, LaRue. Chip falls down to the ice now. Chambers throwing the body. Chip hits him into the boards. Things getting physical here between the first years. Now that one gets broken up by Tenwold, but the Whalers able to move through it. Up the left side, here comes Dartmouth on the attack. Past that time gets broken up. Now here's Santo up the right side. He's able to work that one down as it's cleared away. 23 seconds left on the shorthanded for the Hurricanes. Team USA just took a penalty against Canada. Now here the Whalers hit on the play, able to work it over though. Now here's Chisholm. Chisholm loses it, now into the neutral zone. Now a chance going for Jacob Santo. Santo all alone, working his way in. Santo the forehand, stopped by Black. Rebound for Tenwood, can't bury it. Now here's a chance going the other way for the Whalers as they have it. So we're back to even strength now. Now in deep. Into the corner now. Still fighting for possession on the play. Now it's picked up by Chisholm, who's able to work that one in deep. Down low now, hit near the blue line, able to work it over to Sear. Sear's going to walk in with a shot, stopped by McMullen. A rebound now picked up by Sim. Sim down low. In the corner, this one gets broken up. Back to Sear. Sear able to work this one along the boards. Now Ferguson looks to clear it out to the neutral zone as he does. Now finds Wynot. Colton Wynot skating his way in. Wynot now trying to cut in. Shot that time, stick save Black. Now trying to work it back to Dimmel. Unable to, though. The Whalers have it. Tied up along the boards now. Now back to Hughes. Knox Hughes able to work this one in deep. Crashes off the boards. Now down low for Mood Ross. Able to work it over. It's flipped away by the Whalers. And that one hits something up in the stands. Or up in the roof, sorry. That one goes up and out of play. Canada is out shooting the U.S. 40-26, just a 1-1 hockey game. Now here come the Whalers with speed as they try and work it by as they're able to. Mosier now into the corner for the Whalers, met by Dion. Now crashing now behind the net. Now here's Blinn. Martin Blinn up the left side. He's trying to work his way in. Cuts to the gut of the ice, hit there and open ice. Up through now into the neutral zone. It's picked up with ease by the Hurricanes. They have it in their own end. Sorry, it's Mood Ross. Works it up through. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Able to work that one in deep. McMullen plays this one aside for Mood Ross. Up to Dion now. Brex Dion up the left side. Able to work this one over. The Chambers hit there, and that one looked high. And that one goes up and out of play once again with 22.4 seconds to go. Canada on the power play for another 39 seconds. In the O-zone, able to work this one over. A little bit of play-by-play here for Canada and USA. Faceoff will go to the left of Black. Canada with a great opportunity for Celebrini on the side of the net. Just couldn't bury it. Down low, the Whalers with it in their own end as we begin action here in this hockey game. Lucas down low, able to work it over. Hit there on the play. Now it's picked up by Lucas, trying to work it back to Canuck. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. They have it there. They look to clear the zone as they do. Up the left side, time ticking down. And this will do it. One period of completed hockey action here on High Button Sports of the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League. No score after one. 17-7 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. We'll head into the intermission. Until then, we'll be right back. Not the intermission. We'll just take a slight break, sorry. Alrighty, hockey fans, we're back here for the second period of play. Team Canada and Team USA are going to overtime in Milan. You can tell everyone in attendance on that break, everyone was looking down at their phones, their iPads, whatever they got here. Up here at High Button Sports, we just cover U15 Major Hockey League for now. So we're off here. The Whalers on the attack, working their way in. McDonald working to the front of the net, backhand off the post. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. They have it now, back to the point. Picked off, though, on its way. Now here's the Dimmel up the right side. Barrett Dimmel working his way in, has Chambers with him. Dimmel loses the handle on it, able to get it back, though. Dimmel gets that one poked away from him. Flips it out to the neutral zone. Pardon me. Now it's picked up by Canuck. Alex Canuck with it now in his own end. He'll send this one up the right side to Chambers. Lucas Chambers now in front of the penalty box. This one gets worked in deep. Now it's picked up by the Whalers as they skate this one up through over to the left side. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Now still battling. The Hurricanes have it in their own end. They're able to work this one over, Now in front of the Whalers bench, able to be worked up the left side. Santo takes a hit, still with it. Santo able to work this one over to Hosen. Now back to Santo. A shot, he scores! Jacob Santo, what a beautiful goal. And the Hurricanes draw first blood. Santo putting home his 11th of the year. So we get set to begin action here. The time will go back to what I had here at High Button Sports. And we're back to begin action here as we're off. Now here's Blinn able to be worked up that right side. Now down low, it's picked up by the Whalers as they have it in their own end now after the goal. Now it's Santo on the forecheck, lays a hit on the play. Now to the corner, that's Churchill who breaks it up on the play. Now Santo's gonna get it back, trying to find Hosen in front. Now finds Hughes at the point, a shot through, deflected high. Santo on the side of the net, almost buries that one, but now taken away by the Whalers. Here come the Dartmouth Whalers up through. Up the right side of Sear. Sear trying to get by Hughes, unable to though. Sear now down low for Blinn. Martin Blinn with it in his own end. Up the right side now, trying to find Churchill as he does. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Here's Mosier. Mosier drops this one back for Taylor, now to Chisholm. Chisholm up through the neutral zone on the attack. Chisholm working his way in over the blue line. Chisholm drops it back for Mosier. Shot kicked away by McMullen. Now it's picked up by Hosen. He's able to hit that one high off the glass. Now a chance going the other way for the Hurricanes, but the Whalers first for the loose puck. And now they'll circle back in their own end. Putting on the brakes now into the corner. Sent over. Now the Whalers flip this one up through. Kicked away. Now here's Blinn. Martin Blinn. That one gets cleared away by the Whalers. Now here's Knox Hughes in his own end for the Hurricanes. He's able to work this one over to Tenwold. Tenwold up the right side now. Now this one comes out. It's picked up by Hughes. Hughes able to work this one up to Tenwold. Now going forward is Wynot. Colton Wynot now trying to work his way into the front of the net. Wynot now to the backhand. He scores! Colton Wynot puts home his 9th of the year. And the Hurricanes strike twice in under 2 minutes. It's 2-0 Hurricanes. Colton Wynot hitting the monkey off the back, Selly, as it's been a few games since he's scored. Finally able to get back in his rhythm here. And we're underway once again. Tenwold looks to go forward off the draw as he does. Henrik Tenwold working his way in. Shot there, stopped by Black, and he's able to swallow that one up. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low into the corner, fighting for possession on the play. Now down low, sent it in front, picked up by the Whalers. They have it now. Dimmel trying to fight for possession. Now the Whalers able to work this one up. Broken up on the play by Mood Ross. Blake Mood Ross skating his way up through. Here's a 3-on-2 going the other way for the Hurricanes. Able to work it out into the slot. Caught up in Donchmont's feet. Now it's taken away by the Whalers. Broken up once again on the play. Chambers getting tied up there under the boards. Tied up still there. Now the Whalers have it on the breakout. Things getting physical in this one. Now here's Mood Ross. Mood Ross will fire this one in deep. Reaches Black. Black will play this one aside for Norton Connors. Now it's picked up by Hughes at the point. He's able to work this one in deep. Now here's Craig. Craig down low. Now picked up by Donchmont. He takes a hit into the boards. Now it's freed up by the Whalers. Now Dimmel picks up the loose puck. Barrett Dimmel able to work it back to the point for Hughes. Hughes trying to work his way in. Hughes to the backhand. Stopped by Black. Rebound now for Dimmel. Dimmel now able to work it back. Broken up on the play. Barrett Dimmel able to work it in still. Dimmel shot that time. Gets redirected high off the glass. Now it's picked up by the Whalers there. Able to clear that puck into the scores box. So no zone face-off coming up here for the Western Hurricanes with 15:56 to go here in the second period. 22-9 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Tied up off the draw. Now here come the Whalers. It's Taylor. Taylor able to work this one over. Pass broken up into the slot. Now here come the Hurricanes the other way. It's Dion. Brex Dion skating this one up through. Dion trying to get by his man. He does. Brex Dion to the front of the net now. Can't hang on to that one. Now work back. Sent over to Blinn. Blinn walks in a shot. Deflected high. Now hit along the boards that time. Now the Whalers look to clear, but it's kept in by Churchill with ease. That one catches up in Mood Ross's gear. He takes a hit on the play. Now this one will get cleared away by the Whalers. Now here's Blinn. Martin Blinn up the left side. Connects with him. Now Churchill gets stripped up in front of his own bench. This one will get cleared away by the Whalers. Now Blinn able to work this one over. On the attack, now the Hurricanes look to break out. On the attack, it's Dion. Brex Dion skating through the neutral zone on the attack. Dion putting on the brakes, still there in the corner. Tied up on the play. Now up the right side, here come the Whalers. They look to break out. Cross ring pass that time. Now to Mosier. Mosier in on goal to the backhand. Missed the net. Now back there off the side of the net. Mosier had McMullen beat, but couldn't beat the net. Now here come the Hurricanes, skating this one up through to the right side. It's Wynot, Colton Wynot with speed, working his way into the front of the net there. Can't put that one on net, sorry. There's Canuck. Canuck behind his own net, tries to let things set up, but can't. Now Canuck will skate this one back up the left side. On the attack, Canuck still with it. Canuck is shot that time and is stopped by Gordy Black. 13:59 to go here in the second period. 23-9 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes to lead this one 2-0. Puck drop now as we're underway. Now down low, here's Taylor. Why not out in front to Lucas. Lucas couldn't bury that one. Now it's picked up by the Whalers as they look to go the other way. It's Taylor. Jack Taylor up the left side. Hit there on the play from Canuck. Taylor still with it. Out in front that time. McMullen got hit on the play that time. He seems to be all right. Now here come the Whalers the other way. They're able to work it in deep, but easily picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Now over to Ferguson. Ferguson up now. Tries to get it over. Now finds Lucas. Kingston Lucas in the neutral zone. That one gets poked away from him. Now this one gets worked over once again. Now here's Lucas. Now here's Ferguson with it. Able to be worked up to Tenwold. Now Tenwold able to get this one back. Henrik Tenwold trying to work his way in. Tenwold now shot on goal that time. That one gets deflected out to the corner. Now it's picked up by Taylor once again. Jack Taylor putting on the brakes, able to send this one up the left side to Chip. Able to be worked up now. Now Chambers with it. Hit there on the play. Puck comes free. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes in their own end. Able to fire it over to Mood Ross. Mood Ross now works this one up through. Up the gut of the ice, sorry. Now Dimmel works in. Dimmel tied up on the play. Now it's picked up on the play. But he worked up now for Sim. Sim connects with him. Now here come the Dartmouth Whalers on the attack. That one gets poked away by Mood Ross. Now cleared away. This one will go down for icing on the play. So another stoppage play here with 12:26 to go here in the second period. 24-9, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're underway. That's picked up by Chambers. If they're on the play, now here's Hughes. Donchmont will pick up the loose puck now. Now it's taken away by the Whalers. They have it out in front now. Shot that time. Stopped by McMullen. Linesman getting set to drop the puck here. Ozone faceoff coming up here for the Dartmouth Whalers to the right of McMullen. So we're underway. Now at the right side, this one gets broken up. Cleared away, but kept in with ease at the blue line by the Whalers. Now the Hurricanes will try it again as they do clear it. Now here's Churchill. Churchill will dump that one in deep. Now it's picked up in the neutral zone. Reaches Gordy Black in net. Couldn't quite cover that one up. Now passed up through to the left side for Sim. Now it's picked up by Craig up the right side. Broken up on the play, staying on side. Now shot on goal that time and stopped by Gordy Black. So no zone face-off coming up here with 11:42 to go in the second period. 27-10, the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low, sent around the boards. It's picked up at the blue line by Canuck. He's able to work it back in deep as he takes a hit on the play. That's picked up by Norton Connors. Still with it now, able to work up at the boards. Picked up though by Canuck. Canuck still with it in deep now in the front of the net that time. Still loose on the doorstep. That one gets put in. Henrik Tenwold on the side of the net puts it home, and the Western Hurricanes lead 3-0. Tenwold puts home his 9th of the season, and the Hurricanes go up 3. Now referee to center ice. Cooper Stewart set to drop the puck now as we're underway. Over far side, that one gets worked in by Taylor. Now here's Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold now down low. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Sent out in front for Mosier. Tied up on the play. Now this one gets poked away by the Hurricanes. Trying to work this one out. Kept in, though, by the Whalers. And the net comes off with 11:06 to go here in the second period. 29-10, the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. McMullen gets his net fixed up there. So we get set to go here. Linesman getting ready to drop the puck as we're now underway once again. Off the draw now. It's picked up by Johnson. A shot stopped by McMullen. Rebound now for Blinn. Martin Blinn tied up along the boards there, trying to clear it away. Still fighting for possession there along the boards. Now the puck comes free. Now for Dion. Brex Dion skating this one up through for the Hurricanes. Dion a shot that time. Stopped by Black. Rebound for Chambers. Can't hang on to that one cleanly. Chambers able to get it back, though. Still able to work it back in deep for Donchmont. Donchmont works it over to Dion. Brex Dion sends it over across ice for Blinn. Blinn walks in and shot. Caught up in the slot. Rebound. Now they score! 4 goals. And we're not even in the halfway point of the second period. And I believe that's going to be Lucas Chambers who puts it home on the backhand. Lucas Chambers puts home his 3rd of the year. And the Western Hurricanes go up 4. Referee drops the puck now as we're underway. Now here come the Whalers the other way, tied up right away. Now down low, here's Ferguson. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. They have it up the right side as they look to go on the attack here. Here's Canuck working his way in. Canuck drops this one back for Hosen. Can't hang on to it. Now here come the Whalers. Now a chance going for the Dartmouth Whalers. Possible chance now able to work that one over. Just out of reach. Now a penalty coming up here on the play to the Western Hurricanes, and the Whalers head back to the power play. Cross-checking the call with 9:58 to go here in the second. So Xander Churchill to the box. Now the puck is dropped as we're underway here. Back over to Chisholm. Chisholm sends this one over. Taylor now walking in for the Whalers. The shot that time goes high of the net. Hit there on the play from Canuck. There's going to be a penalty coming up here to the Western Hurricanes. Now referee Cooper Stewart and Stephen Parnell might get together here. So Alex Canuck to the penalty box for boarding on the play. So a minute and 41 to go on the 5-on-3 power play for the Whalers. And then they'll get another 19 seconds on just the regular 5-on-4 after that if they don't capitalize. Now down low, it's picked up by the Whalers. They have it at the point. Working in with a shot that time, stopped by McMullen. Rebound now on the side of the net, still loose there. Referee blows that one down. Things starting to get physical in this one. 9:23 to go here in the second period. 32-12 the shots in favor of the hometown Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're underway. Picked up back at the point. Working in now. Taylor walking in, puts on the brakes, still with it. Over to Chisholm. Chisholm works this one back over to Taylor. Taylor down low. Now LaRue. LaRue back to Taylor. Taylor shot through, scores! Jack Taylor, power play goal, picks up his 9th of the year. Able to get one back for his side as it's now 4-1. So now a minute 23 to go of 5-on-4 power play still for the Dartmouth Whalers. Referee drops the puck now as we're underway. That one gets cleared away right off the draw by the Hurricanes. We're about to begin overtime in Milan, Italy. Now at the right side, here's Taylor. Taylor working his way in over the blue line. Taylor on the attack, puts on the brakes. Now this one nearly taken away. Now it's picked up by Santo. Has Chisholm, who takes that one away. Now Santo playing a great forecheck here. Chisholm able to get it back for the Whalers. Now slid across. Now here are the Whalers in their own end still. Able to work this one over. And now in deep for the Dartmouth Whalers. McMullen will come out and play this one aside. Now down low, it's tied up along the boards. The Whalers pick it up. Back to the point for Taylor. Jack Taylor works this one over far side. At the point, over to Taylor. Taylor walks it in, down low. Trying to find someone out in front. Still there on the doorstep, cleared away. Now it's going to be picked up by the Western Hurricanes as they'll skate this one going the other way. It's Martin Blinn. Blinn, backhand, able to work that one in deep. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers. Up the left side to McDougall. McDougall has Churchill right on his back as we're back to even strength now. Now the Whalers have it. Working it in now. Behind the net. Now working it back to the point for Norton Connors. Sends it over a one-time shot. Whiffed on The Whalers still with it. Sent out in front. Can't bury that one. Now it's picked up along the boards. Still fighting for possession on the play. Puck comes free. Out, slap shot from the point. And it's stopped by McMullen. $7:15 to go here in the second period. 32-15 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes to lead this one 4-1. Linesman drops the puck now as we're back underway here. Now the Hurricanes look to go on the attack. It's Lucas. Lucas works this one over to Wynot. Colton Wynot now trying to work in. Shot that time just goes wide. Now it's picked up. Here's Wynot. Broken up by the Hurricanes. Lucas loses it. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers who have it in their own end now. Here's a chance for McDougall who works that one over. That one gets cleared away by the Hurricanes. Now they'll look to go back the other way. It's Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold working his way in. Putting on the brakes now. Back into the high slot. A shot for Wynot. That one goes high off the glass. Now it's picked up by Lucas. Drops this one back. He's still hanging on to this one. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Now Lucas loses it on the play. Now this one comes out. Now it's picked up a shot that time. Now it'll go high off the glass. Now this one will get freed out to center ice. Cleared back down. Now here's McMullen. Drops this one back for Canuck. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Able to work this one over to Lucas. Lucas passed up through the center ice. Now it's picked up by Canuck. Canuck works his way in. Sent out in front that time. Still loose in front. Now Dimmel on the side of the net. Works it out in front to D'Entremont. Just out of reach. Poked away by Chambers though. Now this one is able to be worked up for the Dartmouth Whalers. Dished over to the right side. The Whalers look to work their way in. The front of the net there. A shot stopped by the goaltender. That one gets kicked in. Finds the back of the net. And it's now 4-2 for the Western Hurricanes. It's going to be Gavin Sear for the second time this year. Finds the back of the net. And some heartbreaking news here. Team USA has won in overtime. Canada will take home silver. Still a great accomplishment at the Olympics, but unfortunately couldn't take home the gold medal this year. We'll try again in another 4 years. By that time, I'll be nearly 20 years old. Now shot on goal that time, right in the chest, Gordy Black. So linesman gets set to drop the puck here in the O-zone. Puck drop now as we're underway. Tied up off the draw. Now this one gets cleared away by the Dartmouth Whalers. Looks like it'll have enough on it for icing, as it will. 5:10 to go here now in the second period. 34-16 the shots. Linesman drops the puck now as we're underway. Down low here, the Dartmouth Whalers with it. In their own end, they look to break out. Ferguson able to pick it up at the blue line. Shot in deep. Bouncing puck on Black. Loose in the slot that time. Now Canuck's going to pick it up. Now down low. Now it's picked up by Taylor. Taylor up through. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. They have it in their own end. Now working it up the right side. Santo looks to get by his man. Can't hang on to it. Now hit up there. Now Churchill. Now it's picked up by the Whalers up through now. Poked away by Canuck. Now here's Santo. Jacob Santo works it in. Whiffs on the shot. Still with it. Now down low in the slot. Broken up on the doorstep. Now here's Dion to the backhand. That one stopped by Gordy Black. Linesman drops the puck now as we're underway. That's picked up down low by the Hurricanes. Sent out in front that time. Stopped by Black on the play. That's picked up. Mood Ross breaks that one up. Now the Hurricanes look to go in. Mood Ross a shot that time. That's picked up down low. Now the Whalers with it. They have it. Skating their way up through over to the right side. Now the Whalers have it. Now here comes Dartmouth. Up the gut of the ice. Tied up on the play. Now able to get it back. Now Brown able to work that one down low for his forward down there. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. It's why not. Why not finds Lucas. Lucas over to Tenwold. Tenwold trying to cut to the front of the net as he does. Tenwold to the forehand that time. Shot short side is stopped by Black. Picked up now by the Hurricanes. Up through to Blinn. Martin Blinn. Out at center ice. Able to dish that one over to Chambers. Now work down low. Will be picked up by Craig down low. He takes a hit from Blinn along the boards. Now out front to Lucas. Lucas now will come in and pick that one up. Lucas out in front that time. Now this one will come back to the blue line. This one comes out to center ice now. Hit there in front of the penalty box. Now the Hurricanes look to go forward as Chambers working his way in. Lucas Chambers now gets poked away out to the corner. Now it's picked up by the Whalers, kept in by Hughes at the blue lines twice. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Now Chambers has it. Lucas Chambers drops this one back for Hughes. Knocks Hughes, able to work this one in deep. Down low for Tenwold. Out in front to Chambers. Lucas there, couldn't put that one home. That's picked up by Hughes in the neutral zone for the Hurricanes. They have it still. Hughes up the left side to Lucas. Kingston Lucas going on the attack now. Working his way in. Drops it back for Chambers. Now down low. Chambers gets it back. Chambers still working with it. Able to find someone down low. Broken up on the side of the net that time. Now it's picked up by Lucas. Kingston Lucas with it. Now work down low. Lucas trying to find a man down there. Can't. Now this one gets flipped up. Picked up at the blue line. Kept in. Now it's picked up by the Whalers as they have it sent over to Chisholm. Chisholm able to work this one up through the gut of the ice. Now it's broken up on the plate. Now the Western Hurricanes with it. It's Canuck. Alex Canuck able to work this one over. That's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Up the left side, it's Chambers now. Now this one gets flipped away by the Whalers. The Hurricanes able to work this one up. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Able to be worked up. That left side broken up, though, on the play. Here's Dimmel with Dontrant. Dimmel trying to find Dontrant. Can't get it there. Churchill will pick up the rebound for the Hurricanes. Down low in front to Dimmel. Out of reach. Now back to Canuck. In through. And I'm not sure how that one was called there. So Hurricanes player seems to be in quite a bit of pain. So we'll take the camera and the focus off the injured player. We'll come back to center ice here. We'll take a break in the action. We'll be right back here. So we get set to drop the puck here. No penalty coming out of that hit there. Definitely a dangerous one in the corner. And the Western Hurricanes got an unsportsmanlike penalty. So the Dartmouth Whalers have a power play now. Mateo Hosen to the box to serve the unsportsmanlike penalty. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low, here's Mood Ross who picks up the loose puck. Now it's picked up down low by the Whalers. Tied up now along the boards. They have it. Now it's picked up by Chisholm. At the point now, sorry. Now it's broken up. This one will get cleared away by the Western Hurricanes. This one reaches black and net. He'll cover this one up here with 1:14 to go in the second period. 38-16, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes, who lead this one 4-2. Puck drop now as we're underway. The Hurricanes have it. Here's Dimmel in the slot, trying to work his way in. A shot through on the doorstep. Donchmont, that one gets stopped by Black. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers. So we're in the final minute of play here. Over to the left side, broken up on the play. Now it's picked up by Mood Ross, who clears this one down low. Now it's picked up by Taylor. Now over to the right side. Here come the Dartmouth Whalers on the attack. So they have it. The Whalers putting on the brakes here. Now Donchmont has it. Donchmont, this one gets cleared away out to the neutral zone. Now it's picked up here. The Whalers drop back now for Chisholm. Chisholm over to his right. Now the Whalers have it worked in deep. Down low, here's McMullen. Now Mood Ross with it. Pinned up along the boards there. Trying to free it up. Now battling now behind the net there. Things getting physical. Now it's picked up by the Whalers, who are able to free this one up. Now it's picked up out in front. That one goes high the net. And at the buzzer, that'll do it. So after 2 periods of completed hockey action here on High Button Sports with the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League, the hometown Western Hurricanes lead the visiting Dartmouth Whalers 4-2, 39-16 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. The Whalers have 22 seconds left on the man advantage when we come back. Alrighty, hockey fans, we're back here for the third period of play in today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League game between the visiting Dartmouth Whalers and the hometown Western Hurricanes. 4-2 Hurricanes, your score. 22 seconds remaining on the unsportsmanlike penalty to the Hurricanes bench. Puck drop now as we're underway. One back. This one gets cleared away right off the draw by the Hurricanes. Now in deep. It's picked up by Taylor. Jack Taylor with it. Sent over far side. Now it's picked up by McDougall. McDougall has it. Broken up on the play. Now down low into the corner. Here's Ferguson. Now we're back to even strength. Taylor lets that one go from the point. Now off the rebound. Chambers will work in. Pick up the loose puck. Chambers up to Hosen. Now here come the Dartmouth Whalers. Up the right side is Taylor. Jack Taylor working his way in. Now in deep. Now out in front once again. Centering feed. That one just sails through the blue paint. Now up the right side. That one just out of reach of Dimmel. That's picked up by the Hurricanes. Out in front to Chambers. A shot there. They score! Lucas Chambers, second of the game. Lucas Chambers, the first-year forward, puts home his second of the game and third of the year, or fourth of the year, sorry. And the Hurricanes take back their 3-goal lead as it's now 5-2. So we're underway once again. Puck dropped by the referees. We're underway. Slid across for the Whalers. Now up through. Broken up on the play. Near the Hurricane bench. This one comes free out to center ice. Now 1-0 up to Tenwold. Tenwold, that one gets caught up in his feet. Now for Brown. Brown hit there in open ice. That's picked up by Chisholm. Broken up near the Hurricane bench that time. Now it's picked up down low. Here come the Western Hurricanes skating this one up through. Up the left side, here's Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold working his way in. Down low now behind the net. Out in front there on the wraparound. Can't bury that one. Now here's Lucas. Kingston Lucas works it back to the point for Blinn. Martin Blinn through traffic. That one gets steered away by Gordy Black. Now into the corner. Picked up by Norton Connors around to Chisholm. Chisholm now finds Tenwold to hit there on the play. That's picked up down low by the Dartmouth Whalers. They have it passed up through to Brown. Able to connect with him. Broken up in the slot once again. Now Tenwold in the slot. A shot that time. Kick saved by Black. Now it's picked up at the board, at the blue line. Sorry, kept in. Now here are the Hurricanes with it. To the backhand that time. Goes high. Down low, here's Blinn. Out in front to Lucas. Lucas can't put home that one. Now here's Blinn. Martin Blinn works it down low. Penalty coming up here to the Western Hurricanes. Penalty coming up here to the Western Hurricanes. Martin Blinn heads to the box for head contact. So the Dartmouth Whalers head back to the power play with 17:43 to go here in the third period. Now no zone face-off here for the Whalers. It's one back to the point, slid across to Taylor. Taylor riding that blue line, walks in and shot through. That one goes high. Rebound now picked up by the Whalers down low, now into the corner. It's picked up by Santo, who's able to clear the puck for the Western Hurricanes. Now here's Black. Gordy Black drops this one off. The Whalers with it behind the net. Here's Taylor. Jack Taylor. Already won to his name today. Fires it over to the left side. Now it's picked up. That one gets cleared away by Ferguson. Gordy Black will come back out of his crease. Sorry to play the puck. Now here's Jack Taylor. Taylor working his way up through the neutral zone on the attack. Taylor drops this one back for Brown. Still broken up on the play. Still battling. Now Brown works his way in. Tripped up on the play. Nothing going for him. Now behind the net. Brought down once again. Ferguson pins him up along the boards. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. Back to LaRue. LaRue works it back over. Chisholm sends this one over to the face-off circle. Back to Chisholm. Chisholm lets it go. Blocked by Tenwold, but Chisholm able to get it back. Chisholm able to work this one in down low. On the doorstep now, it's picked up by the Hurricanes, but taken right back by the Whalers. Now back to Jack Taylor. Taylor riding the blue line, has it still through traffic. Off the deflection, they score! I believe it was Jax Mosier who got the deflection. Couldn't quite tell. Might have been Jackson LaRue. We'll see. So puck drop now is underway. Jax Mosier picks up the goal off the deflection. Putting home his 8th of the year. Now into the corner. Now it's for the Whalers out in front for McDougall. Shot there. No goal. That one rung off the crossbar that time. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes as they look to clear it. Now this one gets flipped back in by the Whalers. Down low, it's going to be picked up by Hughes. Knocks Hughes behind his own net. Now up through to Dion. Dion trying to work this one up the left side. Now able to work it up to Dimmel. Bear Dimmel looks to go on the attack here. Dimmel shot in deep. Now up the boards this time. Dion lays a hit there in front of the Dartmouth Whalers bench. Now to Dimmel. Now tied up. Dion will come pick it up. That one gets worked in deep though by the Whalers on the forecheck. Now it's picked up by Canuck. Canuck has Sear right on him. Now over to Hughes. Knocks Hughes up the left side, able to fire it over. Now a chance walking in for the Hurricanes, staying on side. A shot that time. Looks like that one caught Cody Black weird, but he's still able to make the routine save. Now able to work it back to the point. Shot in through that time off the deflection. That gets redirected out to the corner. Now down low for Tenwold. Tenwold sent out in front that time. Poked away in the slot. Now Dion will pick up the rebound. Now trying to get back to the point. Slap shot in from the point. Now down low, here's Lucas. Pinned up along the boards here. Now Dion able to work that one in deep to Tenwold. Tenwold now short side to the backhand. Now a shot stopped by Black. Rebound now. Still loose there. Finally covered up by Black. My apologies, folks. I forgot to start the timer that time. 14:46 left to go here in the third period. Ozone faceoff coming up next for the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're underway. Back to the point. Slap shot from Blinn. Rebound now picked up in the slot by the Dartmouth Whalers. Here they come skating up through. It's McDougall. McDougall passed over. That one gets fired back in by Wynot. Now to Taylor. Jack Taylor up that right side. Avoiding a man now up to Brown. Brown finds a man. It's McDougall. McDougall now works his way in. Trying to get over to Mosier. Mosier shot that time out to the corner. Now here come the Western Hurricanes on the attack up the right side. Now Blinn able to work his way in. Martin Blinn sent out in front that time off the backhand. Stopped by Black. Rebound now. It's picked up. Now down low. It's picked up by Lucas. Kingston Lucas behind the net. Down low. Lucas back to the point. Blinn through traffic. That one stopped by Black upstairs. 13:58 left to go here in the third period. 47-18. The shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes to lead this one 5-3. Puck drop now as we're underway. It's won back by the Whalers, sent down low behind the net. Now this one gets cleared away by the Dartmouth Whalers. Mood Ross will skate for the loose puck. Reaches McMullen's cage. He'll play this one aside and actually decides to cover this one up with 13:43 to go. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low, here's Mood Ross around the boards. Now it's picked up a low point. Now here's Santo. Santo broken up in the slot that time. This one comes out to center ice. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers. They have it up through the neutral zone. That one's going to go down for icing on the play. $13:25 left to go here in the third. 47-18, the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're underway. One back for Blinn. Martin Blinn able to work this one in deep to D'Entremont. D'Entremont works it down low, able to make a man miss. D'Entremont tries to find Chambers. Gets it back now back to Blinn. Blinn through traffic. Redirected out to the corner. Now down low for Chambers out in front, can't bury it. It'll be worked in deep by Martin Blinn. Hit there on the play, tied up down low. Trying to free it up as they do. Now for the Whalers, it's Johnson. Johnson in his own end now. Has it now. Blinn able to keep that one in though. Now Dimmel trying to dish this one aside, tied up on the play. Now it's picked up. Here's LaRue. LaRue takes a hit from Dimmel on the play. Now it's picked up by Martin Blinn near the Whalers bench this time. Now it's picked up. Here's Dimmel. Bear Dimmel working his way in. A shot that time goes wide. Martin Blinn at the point. He'll work his way in. Trying to find someone out in front that time. Went off a skate. Now a 2-on-1 going the other way for the Dartmouth Whalers to cut the lead to 1. Mosier loses it out to the corner. Knock hits Mosier now down low. Almost at a 90-degree angle there as he falls down. Tripped up in the corner now. Still fighting for puck possession out in front now. Shot on goal that time. Stopped by McMullen. Now slid across. At the point, a shot through. Goes wide of the net. Rebound picked up now by the Hurricanes. They have it up the left side. So they look to go on the attack here. Now one gets sent in deep. Now here's Gordy Black. Drops this one back for the Whalers. Taylor over to Brown. Now it's picked up by Ferguson. Now here's Taylor down low. Circles back the other way. Able to work it around the boards. Now here's Tenwold who picks it up as the Hurricanes still on the attack. Passed over. Drop back for Ferguson. Ferguson fires that one on net. Stopped by Gordy Black. Now down low. Tenwold trying to tie him up. Now Tenwold able to get this one back. Tenwold still with it down low in the corner. Out in front this time. Shot on goal from Wynot. That one gets stopped by the goaltender. Hit there on the play from Wynot once again. Hughes reverses him that time. Wynot tying him up in the corner. Now down low. Shot on goal. They score! Henrik Tenwold, second of the game. And Henrik Tenwold putting home his 10th of the year. And the Western Hurricanes back on top 6-3. Taking back there a 3-goal lead. Referee Stephen Parnell drops the puck as we're underway. Trying to go forward off it. That's picked up by Hosen. Mateo Hosen over the blue line now as he looks to go on the attack. That's picked up by the Whalers. They have it. As they'll look to skate this one up through up the right side. Working their way in, it's Chip. Chip putting on the brakes, trying to get by. Now over to Hosen. Mateo Hosen passes this one up through, just out of reach of Dion. Now here's Canuck. Canuck works that one in deep. Now here's Chisholm. Now gets caught up. Chisholm able to work this one back up the left side for the Whalers. Here they come on the attack over to Johnson now. Johnson works this one over now. Now this one picked up by Craig. That one catches McMullen high, able to punch it away. Knock tries to work it up the right side, taken away by Chip. Shot on goal that time off a body in front, they score. What a way to get a goal for the Dartmouth Whalers, but it will end up working out for them as Andy Chip puts home his 4th of the year. And the Whalers claw their way back in. The Whalers just refusing to let go of this one as it's now 6-4 for the Western Hurricanes. Face-off will go to center ice. Referee Cooper Stewart set to drop the puck. Puck drop now as we're underway. It's won back by the Hurricanes. Passed up through. Now it's picked up by Craig. Craig up the left side, working his way in. Craig near the face-off dot, a shot that time. That goes high the net. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. They have it. Up the left side, this one gets broken up. Now puck freed out to center ice. Dimmel trying to get by his man. Now here's Craig. Craig worked over to Chisholm. Chisholm fires that one over. Cross ice. Now this one gets tipped at center ice, so icing's waved off now for Ferguson. That one gets poked away. Ferguson still with it, able to be worked up by Taylor, but now taken away by the Western Hurricanes up the left side. Staunchmont. Chase Staunchmont working his way in. Staunchmont to the front of the net, slid across that time, poked away in the slot. Now Ferguson gets it at the point, lets that one go. Catches Black high, rebound on the side of the net. Picked up down low by Dimmel as he gets tied up. Now down low for Staunchmont, he loses it. Now the Whalers take it away. Now here come the Dartmouth Whalers up the right side. It's LaRue. Jackson LaRue slides that one across. A shot on goal that time. Stopped by McMullen, and he'll try and play that one aside, but whistle already went. Six to 4 the score here on High Button Sports. 51-22. The shots in favor of the Hurricanes as they lead this one 6 to 4. Puck drop now as we're underway. Down low, Canuck slides this one up the left side. Now that one gets sent in deep. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Down low, here's Black. Broken up by Tenwold. Down low, Tenwold still getting tied up, brought down to the ice. Caught under Tenwold, still loose there in the blue paint. Finally gets cleared away. Now here come the Dartmouth Whalers up the right side. Now Brown has it. Brown works his way into the slot. Now a backhand shot that time. Just sails over the crossbar. Now working it back to the blue line. Now it's picked up by Kingston Lucas. Able to find a man. Crashing up through. It's Wynot. Colton Wynot trying to work his way in. Wynot to the front of the net. Now a shot there. Score! Colton Wynot, second of the game, puts home his 10th of the year. And the Western Hurricanes take back their 3-goal lead for the third time. Puck drop now as we're underway. Off the draw, it's picked up now by Santo, who works that one in deep. That one stopped aside by Black. Mateo Hosen there lays a hit on the play. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers up the right side. Now it's picked up by Santo. Now Jacob Santo, slap shot. That one just goes wide. Now at the left side, the Whalers have it. That one gets poked up. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes as they have it. Shot on goal from Dion that time gets deflected out to the corner for Hosen. That one reaches Black once again, and Gordy Black makes a save. Up the right side now. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson working his way up. The right side that time. He's able to fire that one in deep. This one will get played aside by McMullen to Ferguson now. Ferguson tied up into the corner, still trying to work it up through. Now here's Dion. Brex Dion able to work this one up through. Dion skating the full length of the ice now. Dion still with it. Into the corner now, putting on the brakes. Now it's picked up at the point. Hughes will work that one in deep. Down low, here's Mood Ross with it. Blake Mood Ross trying to send it out in front that time. A shot that time just goes wide. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Shot in front, or pass in front, sorry. It's blocked. Now it's taken away by the Dartmouth Whalers, who look to skate this one up through. Hit there on the play, able to work it up. Just barely avoiding a too many men penalty this time. Now Chambers a shot. That one off the crossbar. Lucas Chambers almost had his hat trick, but just off the crossbar. Now over to Sear. Sear working his way in. A shot that time goes wide of the net. Now here's Craig. Craig works this one over up the right side now. We'll get the poke on that one. McMullen will cover this one up with 6:39 to go in the third period. 53-24 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. 7-4 Hurricanes to score. Puck drop now as we are set to begin action once again. Now along the boards. It's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Here they come, skating this one up through. Here's Tenwold now. Tenwold working his way in. Backhand shot that time. Stopped by Black. So puck gets dropped this time, but the referee still adjusting the net there for the goaltenders. We get set to begin action once again. So linesman set to drop the puck now. So we're set to begin action once again as we do. Down low now, into the corner. Tenwold fighting for possession that time. Now working this one up through. Here come the Dartmouth Whalers with speed up that left side. Trying to work it in. Now Ferguson will pick it up. That one reaches the goaltender. And McMullen will get the stoppage in play. Puck drop now as we're underway here. Face-off shot right away into the trapper of Joseph McMullen. Linesman set to drop the puck here. Once again, ozone face-off here for the Dartmouth Whalers, and we're underway. That's picked up by the Western Hurricanes in their own end now. Skating this one up through, still with it. Sends it around the boards the other way. Down low, Mosier and Santo will collide in the corner. A huge hit on the play that time, almost sent Santo flying. Now a shot on goal from the point. That one steered aside by McMullen. Now to the corner. Here's Mosier, able to work this one up. Broken up on the play. Now back to the point. Able to be worked in deep, hit along the boards that time. Now to Santo, Jacob Santo up the right side to Dion. Can't connect with him. Kept it at the point by the Whalers. A shot stopped by McMullen. Rebound now. It's picked up by the Hurricanes. They look to clear this one up the right side to Dion. Dion able to flip this one up to Hosen. Just out of reach. Mosier will pick up the loose puck for the Whalers and slide this one across. Now that one just out of reach. Loose puck race now going the other way. Brown has him beat. Now taken away by the Hurricanes once they get possession of it, as they do. Now this one kept in once again. Offside, sorry, called on the play. I thought that one was kept in. 5:14 left to go here in the third period. 54-28, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Face off in front of the Hurricanes penalty box now as we're underway once again. Sim able to work that one in deep. Down low now, it's going to be picked up by Canuck. So we approach the 5-minute mark here. 3/4 of the way through this third period. Now over to Chisholm. Chisholm works that one in deep around the boards to McMullen. McMullen drops this one back. Now here the Hurricanes up the left side. Now to Chisholm. Now down low, it's picked up by Canuck. Looking to clear the puck. The Whalers have it in deep, out in front that time. Still tied up, a shot on goal that time. Gets caught up into the slot. Now down low, it's picked up by Ferguson around the boards up to Dimmel. Dimmel, that one goes high off the glass. Kept in with ease at the blue line, now cleared away by Dimmel. Loose puck race going the other way. And icing called on the play. 4:32 to go here in the third period. 54-28, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. 7-4 the score. Puck drop now as we're set to begin action once again. This one picked up at the point. Can't hang on to it cleanly. Now it's going to be picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers. They have it in their own end. Slid across to Taylor. Jack Taylor in his own end. Slides this one back over far side. Now this one up through to LaRue. Jackson LaRue loses it this time. Now to Wynot. Colton Wynot works that one in deep. Into the corner now for Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold with it still. Putting on the brakes. Tenwold still hanging on to that one. Slid across now. Can't hang on to that one cleanly. Still loose that time. Now the Dartmouth Whalers skate this one up the right side. Picked off by Tenwold though in the neutral zone. Hit there in open ice. Now the Whalers pick it up in their own end. They're able to drop this one back once again. Slid up the right side, broken up by Ferguson. Now battling this time in front of the penalty box. Ferguson tying him up. Now up the left side. Now it's picked up by Taylor. Taylor slides this one over. Now up to Brown. Brown working his way in. Brown toe drag that time. Now it's taken away by the Western Hurricanes. Now here's Tenwold. Tenwold drops this one back for Wynot. Wynot trying to work his way in. Backhand shot that time goes wide. Now down low. There's Wynot along the boards. Getting pinned up there. Still battling for it. Now Tenwold frees it up. Tenwold out in front this time. Tries to poke it away. And they do. It's the Dartmouth Whalers going the other way. It's Brown. Brown up the right side. Working his way in over the blue line. Trying to toe drag this time. Caught up. Now it reaches McMullen and net. He'll get the stoppage of play with 3:09 to go here in the third period. 55-29 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. 7-4 Hurricanes your score. Puck drop now as we're underway. Off the draw. Now it's picked up by Canuck. Around the boards now out to Dion. Rex Dion skating this one up through on the attack now. Gets by his man. Norton Connors into the corner. They clash. Now it's picked up by Chip, who looks to clear that one. That one will get fired back in by Santo. Now down low, Hosen will pick up the loose puck. Mateo Hosen tied up in the corner. Still battling there. They look to free it up. Now it's picked up by The Dartmouth Whalers into the corner. Now the Hurricanes trying to take it back. The Whalers look to go on the breakout as they do. Sim able to work that one in deep. Into the corner now. It's going to be picked up by Canuck. Alex Canuck down low trying to get by his man. Now Santo gives him a hit along the boards. And that one goes high off the glass. Now along the boards this time, trying to free it up. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. It's Santo. Jacob Santo walks in, a shot that time, stopped by Black, and he'll opt for the whistle. .204 left to go here in the third period. 56-30 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes, who lead this one 7-4 off the draw, tied up. Now down low, trying to work it up. Now Chambers a shot on goal that time, goes off a skate in front. Now it's picked up along the boards by the Whalers. They have it now, trying to break out up to LaRue now. LaRue drops this one back over. Passed up the left side, tied up. An icing called on the play. 1:48 left to go here in the third. 56-30 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Face off will go the other way. Puck drop now as we're underway. Back to the point now. Hughes gets by his man. Now here's Dimmel down low. Bear Dimmel working it over. Broken up on the play still. Out in front now to Lucas Chambers. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers. Skating this one up through. It's Jack Taylor. 90 seconds to go. Here's Brown. Offside called on the play. So exactly 90 seconds left to go now. Here in the third. Face-off will go in front of the Hurricanes penalty box. Sorry, it'll go in front of the Hurricanes bench with 1:30 to go here in the third. Puck drop now as we're underway. It's one back. Now it's picked up by the Whalers. That one broken up by Wynot. Wynot applying the forecheck, split across far side for the Whalers. Now that one gets worked in deep. Into the corner now for Ferguson. Around the boards now. It's picked up by LaRue. Down low, here's Canuck, hit there on the play. Now it's picked up by Lucas, Kingston Lucas. Over to Canuck. Canuck, bank feed up now to Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold now skating this one up through. Up the right side, Tenwold looking for his hat trick. Tenwold now working it down low. Backhand shot that time. Tenwold still with it. Henrik Tenwold working it down low to Wynot. Wynot got tied up on the play. Now down low, the Whalers have it. They look to break out the other way. Here come the Dartmouth Whalers, skating this one up through on the attack now. Losing it now. It's picked up by the Whalers. Delayed offside on the Whalers. 41 seconds to go. Over to Ferguson. Kellen Ferguson up the left side now. Picked up by Tenwold. Now it's picked up by the Dartmouth Whalers. They have it. Passed up through. Now it's picked up by Sear. Sear now for the Whalers. They have it. Now it's picked up on the play. Hit there in front of the Hurricane bench. Now it's picked up the right side. Sear's going to crush in, pick up the loose puck. Sear down low into the corner with 15 seconds to go. Trying to send it out in front that time. That one off the side of the cage. Now the Whalers down low. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Looking to skate this one up the left side. On the attack is Hosen. Maybe time for one last rush. Slap shot from Hosen off the skate in front of him. Now Hosen clashes once again, trying to work it back. And that'll do it. Final score 7-4 in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Final shots on goal, 57-31 in favor of the Hurricanes. So that's going to do it from us here at High Button Sports of coverage of the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League's Western Hurricanes and Dartmouth Whalers. My name's Easton Shoup.